Ross's reading time.
What's going on? This is Ross Merrick again. We are into our 32nd chapter of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. It is all small stuff. It's by Dr. Richard Carlson, PhD. I love to repeat that. You guys, I'm sure, hate it. All you few watchers and etc. Anyway, we're back and we're gonna do a couple chapters. We are about to cross the threshold of the one third of the way mark till the end of this book. So that is exciting stuff. I don't know what to say except for that's exciting, and we're never gonna get this book done. But I believe in us. So here we go. Again, this is the chapter number 32, and it's entitled "Life is a Test. It is only a test." Here we go. One of my favorite posters says, "Life is a test. It is only a test." That's the title. Had this been a real life, you would have been instructed where to go and what to do. Whenever I think of this humorous bit of wisdom, it reminds me to not take my life so seriously. When you look at life and its many challenges as a test, or series of tests, you begin to see each issue you face as an opportunity to grow. A chance to roll with the punches. Whether you're being bombarded with problems, responsibilities, even insurmountable hurdles, when looked at as a test, you always have a chance to succeed in the sense of rising above that which is challenging to you. If, on the other hand, you see each new issue you face as a serious battle that must be won in order to survive, you're probably in for a very rocky journey. Welcome to my life. No, only slightly. The only time you're likely to be happy is when everything is working out just right, and we all know how often that happens. As an experiment, see if you can apply this idea to something you're forced to deal with. Perhaps you have a difficult teenager or a demanding boss. See if you can redefine the issue you face from being a problem to being a test. See, rather than struggling with your issue, see if there's something you can learn from it. Ask yourself, why is this issue in my life? What would it mean, and what would be involved to rise above it? Could I possibly look at this issue any differently? Can I see it as a test of some kind? If you give this strategy a try, you may be surprised at your changed responses. For example, I used to, again, not me, because I didn't write the book, Dr. Richard Carlson, I feel like I have to do that every time it says, you know what I'm saying, like every chapter. You guys could probably get annoyed, but that's okay. For example, I used to struggle a great deal over the issue of my perception of not having enough time. I would rush around trying to get everything done. I blamed my schedule, my family, my circumstances, and everything else I could think of for my plight. Then it dawned on me. If I wanted to be happy, my goal didn't necessarily have to be to organize my life perfectly so that I had more time, but rather to see whether I could get to the point where I felt it was okay that I couldn't get everything done that I felt I must. Makes sense. In other words, my real challenge was to see my struggle as a test. Seeing this issue as a test ultimately helped me to cope with one of my biggest personal frustrations. I still struggle now and then about my perceived lack of time, but less than I used to. It has become far more acceptable to me to accept things as they are. It's an interesting chapter, and I like it. I like the idea of it. I feel that I don't know. I feel that I get where he's coming from as far as it being a test and making sort of maybe light of an issue and not taking things so seriously. I don't know. Maybe I didn't grasp it enough. Maybe I'm a more serious person than I'd like to think, because I think it's more than a test, but I get where he's coming from. I don't know. I semi-agree. Take with it what you will. Be positive, and yeah. It's if anything, it's something to think about, and it's a positive thing. So there you go. Chapter number 32, and that's it. Congratulations. We are going to chapter 33. All right, you guys be good. Love you. Bye.
And it's Ross's reading time. And it's Ross's reading time.